Thank you very much, Madam President, Mr. Secretary General. I would like to have your opinion on the worrying developments in two of our member states and what the Council of Europe can do to ease tensions in these states. The one is our small member state, Moldova, where now, after a series of scandals, thousands of people are protesting day after day in front of Parliament, and the government reacts with the arrest of demonstrators, amongst which our former member Grigory Petrenko. The other is our big member state, Turkey, where the tensions ahead of the elections are growing ever more, and the government there seems more part of the problem than part of the solution. What is the Council of Europe doing in order to prevent things to explode in both countries? Thank you very much.
Thank you. With regard to Moldova, I am also concerned about what's going on there. And we see how important the rule of law and human rights are for upholding or for security in Europe. We have seen so many times now that when corruption develops, then we get social unrest, dissatisfaction, demonstrations, and from time to time also revolutions and instability. Well, what happened recently in Moldova was that $1 billion disappeared from Moldovan banks. This is the poorest country in Europe. Can you imagine? I think it's understandable that people are angry and they go to the streets. So again, we see how important it is to fight against corruption and misuse of power. So what we are doing there also is it's the same old story, namely that we are trying to help the Moldovan government to put in place necessary reforms in the judiciary, the prosecutor general, to establish an independent judiciary, the same thing that we have done in Ukraine. Of course, it is a long process, but it has to be started in order to give the people there a kind of horizon which I could look for other than what I have seen for such a long time, namely corruption is spreading and that the country is being deprived of the possibilities and opportunities for the future. Turkey, I am concerned with many things there also. Now in front of the election, we have seen attacks on media. There has been curfew in one of the cities in the southeast. It's a very complicated situation. Therefore, I had a very long telephone conversation with Prime Minister Davutoglu 1 week ago. And today I met with one of the main opposition parties, the Kurdish party, AGP. And on Friday, I met with, Thursday, I met with the chairman of the biggest opposition party, namely CHP, in order to collect as much information as possible to get their views and to see what we can do. What we do not want is, of course, to interfere in the election campaign, but it's important now that the election campaign gives possibility for everybody and that there are freedom of speech and that everybody can vote at the end of the day.